nothing.
You have a lot of NFL experience. You work with guys like James Winston. How do you bring that experience here to the younger guys?
Football's football. I've coached at every level, high school, college, NFL. I've been playing since the Pop Warner level. A lot of the drills and the techniques don't change. It's just the speed at which the guys execute it is what changes. So you just got to coach the fundamentals, coach the techniques, the reads, the footwork. It's all the same no matter what level you're at.
Have you ever had a week off in the middle of spring practice like this?
Yes.
And I was wondering, how different is it when you coach that way, whereas you might have a spring practice where you go straight through?
Yes. Spring practice is long. It's 15 practices in a month. We are with these guys 6 days a week. So to go 5 straight weeks, that's a grind. So it's actually an advantage to have a little bit of a break. Now you need to kickstart them when they get back from spring break. I've done it a couple different ways where we practiced for 2 weeks, had a week off, and practiced for 3 weeks, or vice versa. The reality is it gives them a chance to recover from any dings or injuries in the middle, and rejuvenate for the final run. So it's going to be a good 4 weeks. The guys got a little bit of juice to them when they walked in the door this morning, and we'll see how they respond for the rest of the.
How did the first practice back go for them?
Good. You shake off the rust a little bit. I was pleasantly surprised at our execution coming off of 1 week off, and you encourage the guys to stay active. You encourage the guys to get in the playbook. We got good guys. Our players are conscientious. I've been really impressed with them. So it showed today that they've been studying and they've been working.
How would you say the scheme has been progressing so far?
Slowly, which is natural. Anytime you start anew, you're gonna be simple to start. So I've been through a lot of transitions, and I've made the mistake of being too aggressive with install. I learned that early in my career. So we're gonna take it slow. The most important thing right now for us is to master our style of play, our effort, our tempo, our physicality. We as coaches, I've encouraged the coaching staff, listen, after each play, we're gonna coach effort before we coach assignment, alignment, scheme, because we got to get those habits going. So to do that, you gotta take your time with install.
What have you seen from Grant and AJ for the first week plus?
Good guys are working hard. They're conscientious. They're putting extra hours in on their own. They're asking good questions. The whole group is. We got a room full of quarterbacks who enjoy being around each other. I enjoy being around them, and those guys are doing a good job at supporting one another and compete.
What does T.Y., what does a player like him bring to the offense?
Bring some juice. You saw some plays made today in practice. He's got a good ability to do something with the ball in his hands. He's got a good ability to be aggressive with the ball as a receiver. We put him outside, we put him inside. We'll move him around. He's a smart player. Again, another guy that's really conscientious. And I'm really happy with what he's brought to the table so far.
Coach, what have you seen with the competition in that quarterback room?
They push each other and they support one another. It was a standard that we set forth day one, and the guys have embraced it. And we obviously were 4 practices in, 3 of those practices being in just helmets and spider vests. So there's not a ton you can tell at this point. As the volume increases, both offensively and defensively, we'll see how those guys handle it, but right now they're doing a great job.
How's it like to have a coach like Jim Reed around?
I love Coach Reed. I had a chance to coach with him at Boston College. Number one, he's just a great person, and I love having in our offensive meeting room a guy with head coaching experience like that. And I can pull him aside quite often and say, hey, from a big picture perspective, what do you see? And the insight he's given me has been invaluable.
What was it like having your old OC here today?
Oh, it was great. NESCAC was well represented today with both Middlebury and Williams.
For your quarterbacks, do you have, we've asked Joe this, but do you have any idea how long you needed to take to a guy separating to having a QB1? Do you want it now, or is it okay to wait until August?
Well, the sooner the better, but I think that level of evaluation and competition is going on at all positions. Next year at this time, sure, we'd like to say it's more definitive more quickly so guys can develop the chemistry. But we're still at a point from a wide receiver standpoint, from a running back standpoint, O-line, tight ends, you name it, where we're still figuring out what the depth chart is going to look like. So the chemistry will come in due time. Right now, it's just mastering our style of play and our scheme.
Coach, after a disappointing offensive and kind of in general season for UMass last year, what would your message be to the fans for this upcoming season? Give them hope.
Well, the message is it's a new UMass. That's Coach H's message. And our guys have embraced what we're trying to do here, and I'm excited about it. It's really exciting. The attitude, I can't talk to the past because I don't know about it. Okay, I got a lot of respect for the coaches that were here. But I can tell you that what we're experiencing here in our program, in our culture, in our energy, in our enthusiasm, for me personally, and I've coached at a lot of different places, it's as good as I've ever been around. And again, the buy-in from the players has been outstanding. So it's definitely exciting. If you're a fan, come check it out.
How would you describe the culture here?
Right now, one it's one in which, again, coach's mantra is belief, ownership, and sacrifice. Okay, belief in what we're doing. Our guys have bought in. I just said that a second ago. Ownership, owning what we're doing. I mean, our guys are studying their butts off. They're working their butts off in the weight room, here on the field. And I don't hear or see anybody second guessing what we're doing. And guys are willing to sacrifice, whether it be extra time or whatever, to do what's necessary to win.